This video is a refresher on how to multiply and divide fractions. Okay, so remember a refraction has a numerator. Every fraction has a denominator. And a fraction bar always means divide. Okay, so if you would take the numerator divided by the denominator, 1 divided by 2, you would get a decimal. That's equivalent to that fraction. So 5/10 is the same as 1/2. Oops. Okay, so when you multiply fractions, you're going to multiply the numerators. So 5 times 3, and you're going to multiply your denominators. 6 times 4. All right, now 5 times 3 is 15, and 6 times 4 is 24. Answers should always be written in simplest form, so we should check and see if we can divide both of these numbers by a common factor. So does 2 go into both of them? Nope, it's not. They're not both even numbers. Does 3 go into both of them? Let's try that next. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 24 divided by 3 is 8. So 5/8 is equivalent to 15/24. Now, for some of you who maybe like a shortcut, there is a faster way, or there is a way to simplify before you get to the answer. So if you like this way, what we just did here, that makes sense to you and you want to go on, all right, click next. Don't even bother with what I'm going to tell you next. If you want to see the shortcut, or be reminded of the shortcut if you already knew it, then keep watching this live. Okay, so when we go back to our original problem where we're taking the numerators and multiplying them together and the denominators and multiplying our two denominators together, you can simplify anything on the top, any of the numerators with any of the denominators. So I look and I see that, hey, 3 and 6 have a common factor. 3 goes into both of those numbers. So I'm going to say, how many times does 3 go into 3? Once. How many times does 3 go into 6? Twice. All right. I can't simplify this 1 anymore. This 5 doesn't have a common factor with anything on the bottom. So now if I multiply it out, 5 times 1 is 5. And 2 times 4 is 8. So in this case, we simplified before we multiplied it. 5. Sorry, short interruption there. All right. So multiplying fractions, there you have it. Moving on. Dividing. So in the case of 2 divided by 9/10, first change anything that's not a fraction into a fraction. So 2 can be written as 2 over 1, or 2 divided by 1, because 2 divided by 1 is just 2. All right. Then we change our division sign to multiplying. And we take the reciprocal of whatever came after that division sign. So the reciprocal of 9/10 is 10/9. All right, now we just have a multiplying problem where we multiply our numerators and we multiply our denominators. Here, there's nothing I can simplify before I multiply it out. So 2 times 10 is 20. I multiply out my numerators. If I multiply my denominators, 1 times 9 is 9. So I have 29ths. Remember 29ths? We can say how many times does 9 go into 20? It goes in there twice. 9 times 2 is 18. So there are still 2 of this 20 left over. So we could say 29ths is the same as 2 and 2/9.